Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of Antidotes to Anxiety. In this moment, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is your anxiety? How would you rate it? 1 being low, 10 being high. That didn't take long, did it? You know exactly what I'm talking about. And some of you are probably a 25. I totally understand. One of the things we're going to talk about today is the fact that anxiety happens to all of us, and it's a call for care. Yes, it's actually something that can guide you to a richer, more powerful life. The best anxiety antidotes for 2023 are self-awareness and new connections. You've already experienced self-awareness by responding to my invitation to rate your anxiety on a scale of 1 to 10. You see, anxiety occurs when we are in fear. And perhaps many of you have heard of the acronym for fear that goes like this: false evidence appearing real. Yes, it feels like something awful is going to happen. And for some of us, anxiety occurs because something awful already has happened. I remember awakening at 2 a.m. every morning for months after my husband and I were divorced. I had never lived on my own before. And even though everything was in place and I was safe, there was some part of me that was so frightened. How about you? Is your anxiety something that is sourced in an actual event or situation? Or is your anxiety false evidence appearing real, the fear of the future? So, what is an antidote to anxiety, you might ask? Let's stop for a minute and get in touch with your anxiety. And you may go, oh my goodness, I don't want to do that. I want to resist this. I don't want to allow myself to know it any better. Well, guess what? What you resist persists. So I invite you right now to close your eyes or cast them down, as long as you're not driving or riding a bicycle or motorcycle. And as you go inside, notice the qualities of your anxiety. What does it look like? I have had several clients say to me, it looks like broken glass through my whole body, Georgena. It looks like and feels like frayed electrical wiring. It feels and looks and sounds like chickiness. So let's slow down even more, going into your awareness. Now, what does your anxiety look like? And notice, where is it in your body? What percentage of your body is filled with anxiety? Is it concentrated in one spot? Or does it feel like every cell of your body is vibrating as anxiety. Now stop for a moment and let's go even deeper as we relate to your anxiety. You recognized what it looked like and where it was. Now I'm curious, what does it sound like? Does it sound like a voice in your head that's constantly critical? That's your mean mind judging you incessantly? Does it sound like a roar or a buzz? Does it sound like something that is so still, scary? This is your experience of your anxiety, so you can't get it wrong. And finally, what does your anxiety feel like? Does it feel like crunchy glass? Does it feel like frayed wiring? Does it feel like a knot in your stomach? Again, you can't get this wrong. So right now, what we're going to do is simply allow ourselves to experiment. I'm going to ask you to exhale loudly on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! I hope you made a loud voice. Now, inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Now this time, inhale through your nose, noticing the temperature of the air, and exhale through your nose, noticing the temperature of the air. And do that 2 more times, please. Thank you. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate your anxiety? With 1 being low and 10 being high. I'm curious, what was your experience? I hope you'll put that in the comments below. So that was what we call the cleansing breath. When we exhale loudly before breathing in, it empties our lungs, and air goes from a place of higher pressure to lower pressure. So the air all around us has a pressure, and empty lungs are a lower pressure. So that's why exhaling and making a sound then allows the inhale to come in easier. And notice that all you did was breathe in and out 3 times. That got you out of your mean mind into your body at the level of your nose. So let's do that 1 more time, because this antidote to anxiety is self-awareness. What is it like for me to exhale loudly, to then inhale, noticing the temperature of the air, because that takes your attention to your body, and exhaling, noticing the temperature of the air. Once again, your attention is at the level of your nose. You become aware of what's happening there with that air. Yeah, it's a silly little rhyme, I know. So, 1 more time, let's do the cleansing breath. exhale loudly on the count of 3, please. And see if you can be louder than me. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Now inhale, noticing the temperature of the air, and exhale, noticing the temperature of the air. One more time. Inhale through your nose, noticing the temperature, and exhale, noticing the temperature of the air. And one more time. Now, once again, with self-awareness, check in on your anxiety. For the majority of people, it's decreased slightly. And simply notice in this moment, has it changed in what it looks like, sounds like, and feels like in your body? Yeah, that's your experience. You can't get it wrong. So in this time and in this place, I invite you to become aware and realize that what you did today was recognize where anxiety was in your body. You related to it as you discerned what it looked like, sounded like, and felt like. And then you were very aware, you were tuned to it on that scale of 1 to 10. So as we conclude our time together today, what are you leaving with? Well, I invite you to put that down in the comments section below this YouTube video. Anxiety has been ramping up on the planet. I've been working as a therapist for over 20 years. And what I've noticed is in 2019, young men in their 20s and 30s were pouring into my office with anxiety. It was a result of a traumatic event that had happened in their lives. For most of them, a friend had died of suicide. And then with the pandemic in 2020, anxiety just went through the roof. And now here we are in 2023. And I'm saying this is the year to be. The year to be in self-awareness and new connections. And what you did today is become aware of your anxiety and connected with it by recognizing it, relating to it, and for many of you, releasing some of its intensity. I'm Georgena Grace, and we are going to explore anxiety till it becomes something that can be a teacher for you. Something that you can come into a relationship with. And when anxiety comes knocking or rears up, it's a call for care. It simply snaps you into a place of new awareness, and you can say, oh, yeah, you're back. Okay, let's see what's going on here. And release the fear this year. Thank you. I'll see you again.